What's going on, my guys? Today we're going to be going over the tunnel north. So, like, if you guys haven't seen my series before, we're going over Canny Valley Endurance, AFK. So this will be tunnel north. So we're going to do the amp that's east, directly east of the storm shield. So we're at the storm shield right now. We're going to go directly east, and it'll be my D amp. We're going to be going over the north tunnel for that. So we're going to go over the pathing first. I'm going to go over all the traps, the block off, everything you need to know about this. But so the pathing we're going to do for it. So everything generally spawns over in this little like river underground over here, but there's going to be a spawn right here. Right here. There's going to be a spawn up here. One really weird spawn right there. And then they're all going to be in this little river, all along here. But the way we're going to take it is we're going to have a spawn trap above. This is a ceiling drop trap spawn trap. That's pretty important. We come here. They're going to get hit by a spawn trap with ceiling drop traps. There are 3 ceiling electric fields. We keep going. There's a sound wall to get propane off. There's a wall launcher, sound wall, ceiling electric field as we keep going. It's the same thing, ceiling, electric field, wall launcher, sound wall. 1 floor spikes to slow them down. We're getting their propane off still with the sound walls. And then it's going to be a triple timeout room with ceiling electric fields, wall darts, dynamos, wall launchers, all the good stuff. And then they come out over here next to the amp. So how are we going to do this amp? Well, first off, we should go over what exactly block off is, and then we'll go over the trap. So one of the methods we're going to be utilizing in this is how to path the husks our exact way that we want them to. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to use something called sandwiches and full sandwiches. So a sandwich is basically where you have a cone piece. We're going to edit in the direction you want to protect your walls. We're going to surround it in walls. And now the husks have to break through 1, 2, 3 layers to get through their target. So that's a half sandwich. A full sandwich is basically editing a floor piece in there. And then you surround the cone piece in walls, and you have to break through 1, 2, 3, 4 layers to get to your objective. So those are full sandwiches. You want those to be full tier 3 metal, and that's going to provide a lot of layering, so the husks go exactly where you want them to. So we're going to talk about the traps we use in this. So if we scroll over here, we're going to have broadsides. My broadsides are physical, damage, crit rating, reload speed, increased building health. We're going to have ceiling drop traps. We're going to have 2 kinds, one for spawn trapping, one for not. So this is the one that's in the regular tunnels. It's going to be physical, crit rating, crit damage, reload speed, and durability. The other one is going to be physical, crit rating, crit damage, durability, reload speed, and durability. This is my spawn trap one. We're going to go down and we have a ceiling electric field in here. These ceiling electric fields are going to be energy, crit rating, reload speed, damage, crit damage, and increased building health. I don't believe we have any gas traps in this tunnel, but here's my rolls on them anyway. It's going to be physical, damage, crit rating, reload speed, durability. We're going to go down. I think we have 3 straps in here. So these are my rolls. I don't know if they're the right rolls, but these are what I have. They're going to be impact, reload speed, durability, reload speed, impact, and increased building health. And then we have sound walls. My sound walls are going to be 3 durability, 2 reload speed, and 1 effect duration. We're going to have tar pits, which are going to be all durability. We're going to have wall darts, which are going to be crit rating, crit damage, crit rating, durability, increased building health. We're going to have wall dynamos. These are going to be energy element, 1 crit rating, 1 crit damage, reload speed, and durability. And then we're going to be using these wall launchers, which are going to be 3 times impact, 2 times reload speed, and 1 durability. I think those are generally all the traps we use, except for wooden floor spikes, but those can be really whatever role you want them to be, honestly. We might use wall spikes here as well, so I just have them full damage build, just to provide consistent damage across the board. But I mean, you could potentially make this a crit build if you really wanted to. But alright, so now that we've gone over all the traps, we've gone over what block off is, let's take you through the tunnel. So we're gonna start with the spawn trap, guys. We've gone over the spawns. We need to go over the spawn trap. So this is a cross spawn right here. And in the other video I made, my sinkhole east, we go over how to build this, but we'll go over it again. But just some things of note, we have some spawn traps over here, which are going to be for the sinkhole east that this little spawn trap's going to connect to. But anyways, we're going to start up here. So let's start over at this little tunnel. So at this little river edge, you'll see like a little like concaved cave right here. You want to start here. You're going to place a sound wall. You're going to place a wall. This is already going to have a wall launcher if you've been following my previous build. You're going to place another wall. And then you're going to take this up as a 3x2. So it's going to be 1 tile, 2 tile, and then it's going to be 1, 2, 3 up. That's where we're going to attach our first ceiling drop traps to. So we're going to go over the spawn trap, and each one of these is going to have a ceiling drop trap on it. So we're going to start at those 2 walls. We're going to place 1 tile out and then 1 tile over. These are going to be ceiling drop traps. We're going to come all the way across to this edge. We're going to go 1 tile over. This is going to be a ceiling drop trap. There would be a ceiling drop trap farther out this way, but you can't build here. But when we're here, we can go 1 tile, 2 tile over. This is going to be 3 ceiling drop traps here. So from our reference point, our 2 walls are down here. So our 2 walls going up all the way this way. These 2 are attached here. And then we're going to go 1 tile out. Then there's going to be 2 tiles over from that to the east. As we do that, we're going to go forward 1 tile. We're going to go 1 tile, 2 tile, 3 tiles out, and 1 tile, 2 tile, 3 tiles over. So it's going to be a 3x3 grid of ceiling drop traps, starting at this little middle 1x3. So as we go over to the left, at the edge of our 3x3, there's going to be 2 more ceiling drop traps. And we're going to make like a giant L shape. So it's going to be these 1x2 to the west, and then they're going to be 2 over this way, and then 1 to the left. Those are all going to be the double durability ceiling drop traps. And then to the north of these, if we use this little like platform as a reference, it's going to be 1 tile out and then 1 tile over to the left. We're going to attach these, and these are going to be ceiling drop traps as well on top. Caveat, there's a spawn up here, right? And realistically, the husks can drop here. They can walk all the way over here on top of the spawn trap and walk all the way over here. But this is such a rare spawn, I don't feel like we need to make a tunnel for it. So I just put 2 walls up at the edge of this. I got glitched out on something. But we just put 2 walls up here. And we put our wall spikes on these. These have heals building attached. So if something beats on it, right, they're going to take some damage from the wall. But it should heal back up eventually. So that's our spawn trap. So I'll give you guys like an underview of it. So if you guys see, we're at these this 2x3 of walls. We go up. There's 1, 2 ceiling drop traps. Then it's attached to this little like farthest east one. Then there's 1, 2, 3. We come to the south. There's a 3x3. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it makes a 3x3. Then we come over to the west. There's a 1, 2, 3. Then we go west a little bit farther. There's 1, 2. And then we go to the west a little bit farther, and there's 1, 2. And then the tile above us is free. This is just so they don't drop down from right here and walk on it. Alright, so that should be our spawn trap. Now we're going to start on the actual tunnel. So everything spawns over here, right? I used to have a bunch of tiles around here shooting wall darts and stuff on those, but those eventually break due to spawns. So screw them. We don't need those. So we're going to come over here, right? There's going to be a sound wall at the edge of this little ridge slash mountain thing. We're going to take it 1 tile from the river and then 1 tile over. And we're going to place that sound wall. This is also for the previous tunnel for Sinkhole East. I implore you guys to go watch that. It's going to explain a lot about this. But we're going to have that, and we're going to have this. This is also going to take some sound walls, propanes off the propane husks. This is going to be just 1 tile over from that. We can't build here. But we're gonna have sound walls in this little cave thing. We're gonna have 1 sound wall, 2 sound wall, and then 3 sound wall on the bend. We're gonna go through this cave, and this is where things are gonna get a little bit weird. But we're gonna go to this ramp. We're gonna go up a bit. We're gonna place a floor, and then we're gonna attach to this floor 3 floor tiles in a little L shape. These are going to have the ceiling electric fields, and this is just going to spawn trap for my sinkhole east, as well as going to damage husks that walk all the way through here to this tunnel. So they're going to come up here. They're going to get damaged by these ceiling electric fields. So 1, 2, 3. To the left, we're going to place a wall, and it's going to be a sound wall with the 2 reload speed sound walls that we have. We're going to come up. We're going to place a floor piece. This is going to have a tar pit with all durability. To the right, it's going to be a sound wall. To the above, there's going to be a ceiling electric field, and then there's going to be a wall launcher that's pushing them all the way back to spawn. To the left of that, we're going to have wooden floor spikes, a sound wall, a wall launcher, and a ceiling electric field. We're going to continue on forward. There's going to be wooden floor spikes. To the right, it's going to be a broadside. To the top, there's going to be a ceiling electric field, and to the left, there's going to be a sound wall. As we continue forward, these are going to be modular timeout rooms, so there's going to be a tar pit here. This is going to be like over a river, which is pretty important. If any of these little floor tiles break, it's pretty bad for the tunnel. But there's going to be a tar pit here. To the left is going to be a wall launcher. Above it's going to be a ceiling electric field. This is going to push all the husks over here into this timeout room where there's going to be a floor freeze trap, a wall dart to the right, and a low wall edited with a wall dynamo on it, and a ceiling electric field above. We're going to go on to the next timeout room. There's going to be a tar pit, ceiling electric field, wall launcher. These are going to be 3 times impact, 2 times reload speed wall launchers. We're going to go over to the right. There's going to be a floor fuse trap. There's going to be a low wall to the right and a low wall to the left. Both are going to have dynamos on it. There's going to be a ceiling electric field, and there's going to be a wall dart. As we go forward, this is the 3rd timeout room. There's going to be a tar pit, wall launcher, ceiling electric field. Then we're going to go over, there's a floor freeze trap, a low wall to the right with a dynamo on it, a ceiling electric field, a wall dart across from the wall launcher, and then a wall dart shooting all the way back into this timeout room. The way this timeout room works is basically anything that enters this area is going to get hit by all the ceiling electric fields. And if they end up in the timeout room, they'll get hit by this wall dart and the wall dart from across it, as well as they'll be able to get hit by these dynamos and all the ceiling electric fields. So it's basically just to nuke anything that gets this far into the tunnel. So as we come here, we're at the end of the tunnel. Great. So now we're going to go over like how to build the amp and all the block off, because that's really important for this amp. This is basically just a blocked off amp. We block off one side, the river side, that's really like hard to build around, and that's about it. I should also mention there is one other spawn that I didn't go over at the beginning of the video, and it's all the way up here at the top up here. It's the most annoying spawn ever. It'll be 1 tentacle. And it'll be above everything, right? So there'll be a spawn right here. So I made like a little kill tunnel up here. So right here is where they spawn. We're gonna go 1 tile, 2 tile, there, and then we're gonna place our first floor tile. So these aren't actually gonna be here. I'm just giving you guys a reference point. So it's gonna be 1 tile here. It's gonna be to the south one. It's gonna be to the west one, and then it's gonna be to the south one more, and that's where we're gonna start. So we're gonna place a tar pit here. We're going to place a wall dynamo on a wall attached to that. We're going to attach our ceiling electric field above that. To the left, we're now going to place a wall dynamo. This won't attach to any like the natural structures. We're going to place a wall dynamo. Then attached to that wall, we're going to place a sound wall. This is just so the husks don't beat through this wall, and they'll just get sound walled off. We're going to look up. There's going to be a ceiling electric field attached to that. There's going to be a ceiling electric field attached to that to the west. And then there's going to be 2 ceiling electric fields to the north of them. This is going to just nuke anything that comes here. So they're going to walk over here, and they're going to get hit by 5 ceiling electric fields. Then they're going to hit a dynamo tar pit area. And then I have like a little quarter low wall over here, just so that the husks don't like immediately path this way. They have to walk all the way around it. They have to go, okay. They have to walk through it. So that's this is like a very important thing that you guys have. Don't cheap on this, because these husks will ruin your day. And I had a couple runs before, like I got an AFK-able just ruined, because these husks would like, either there'd be a flinger here and he would throw towards the amp, or a smasher would spawn here. They'd walk all the way over here, walk down here, they'd drop here, and then boom, they're at your amp and they've broken everything. So relatively important. So now we're going to talk about the block off. All right. So first off, we're going to talk about the amp design of block off. So we're going to surround it in walls. That's basically what you're just going to do. You're going to surround it in walls. So if you look at the black areas, these should just all have walls around them. On the north sides of it, we're going to have an edited cone piece to the northeast on the northeast side of the amp. And then on the northwest side of the amp, we're going to have an edited cone piece facing the northwest. All right. So that's amp design. Now we're going to go to the river because I feel like it's going to be best explained from there. So we're going to walk all the way to the river near spawn. And we're going to start over here at this wall launcher and the sound wall that we put up earlier in this like 3x2 wall. So this is going to be the start of our block off. So we're going to edit this piece real quick so I can show you guys. So this is going to be the start of it. We're going to jump through. Oh my gosh, I can't jump through. There we go. So under all of these little pieces, there's block off. So we're going to start with it. So behind the sound wall, there's going to be a full sandwich. As well as behind the wall launcher, there's going to be a full sandwich. So we're going to have a edited floor piece, edited towards the north. And we're going to have the two tiles to the north edited for this floor piece as well. We're going to have a cone facing the northeast and a cone facing the northwest to attach to each other. This is just so we don't have to put this wall in the middle and save a structure on it. So that's behind the wall launcher and the sound wall. Behind this, we're going to have a wall and another wall. And then there's going to be edited floor pieces towards the north. This is because there's a hotspot right here, so we can't place anything outside of this. So we're going to have an edited floor piece, another edited floor piece, and another edited floor piece. That's blocking, adding additional layer here. Oh, my weapon broke. Feels bad, chat. But behind that, we're going to take a one tile gap. There's going to be a hotspot that ruins your day if you place any block off here. We're going to go to this natural ramp. We would normally place a wall here, but the hotspot takes it out. But we're going to place a floor here at the top of this natural ramp. And then we're going to place a cone above it. And we're going to do that for both sides of this natural ramp. We're going to edit out of this real quick. So, and then above all of this, we're just going to have floors above it because flingers will try to beat through all of this and then go under here and throw if we don't have these floors above everything. So we're right here. This is where our cones and our walls were on the natural ramp. Behind this is going to be a hotspot. Bad hotspot. It takes out all the block off if you place anything right here, any like walls here or anything. So we're just not going to screw with it. So we're going to surround this 2x1 grid in walls. So one wall to the east, two walls to the south. Behind the wall to the east, we're going to have a cone. So this is going to be a half sandwich. We're going to have a cone facing the northwest. And we're going to surround that in walls except for on the north side. Because frankly, they're not going to be able to like path up that way, so we don't need that wall. To the south of this, we're going to have a full sandwich. Or no, a half sandwich. This is going to be facing the northwest. It's going to be surrounded in walls. This is going to connect to your amplifier. So if we're on the north side of the amplifier, there's going to be a cone added to the northwest, and it's going to be surrounded in walls. To the west of this, we're going to have a cone facing the northwest. And this is going to be surrounded in walls. And then we're going to go to the west again. There's going to be a cone facing the northwest, and it's going to be surrounded in walls. That should be the block off, as well as we're going to have this northwest cone of the amplifier surrounded in walls. So I'm going to hover real quick to give you guys an overview of it. So if you guys can see, there's the L shape, and then there's that's the general block off right here, up for the left side. It's really not that hard of a block off. But it's pretty effective. So another thing we're going to do for block off wise is we're going to come over here near where this little hotspot hits. We're going to come here to the natural ramp. We're going to go take a step to the west. There's also going to be a floor and a cone here. This is relatively important so they don't walk through this little cave system. So we're going to edit this. There's going to be a floor. There's going to be a cone. And then behind it, there's going to be a wall. So there's going to be a wall here. So what this is preventing is the husks taking a path all the way over here, walking up this ramp, walking over here, and then walking towards the D amp. So that would be a frustrating situation if they walk over there. So that should cover the block off, I want to say. Realistically, there's not much else to this tunnel. It's relatively simple as long as you get this spawn trap correct. This spawn trap's a huge portion of it. So we're going to go through the tunnel once again, explain everything. So there are going to be spawns here, here, all the way over there. There's going to be spawns up here, all the way up on this little ridge, and then all the way over here. So for this little tentacle that spawns up here, we're going to have this kill tunnel. It's going to be 5 ceiling electric fields and then dynamos and a tar pit for the heftier things. Then we're going to come all the way down here. There's going to be a wall spike to kill anything that spawns up here, the 1 or 2 husks that spawn up here. Then we're going to have a ceiling drop trap, whatchamacallit, spawn trap up here. That's going to kill everything. We're going to come across, there's going to be a ceiling drop trap here that I think I forgot to mention, but it's going to be just a wall attached to the last ceiling electric field, and then you attach a ceiling drop trap, one above that, and that's just for extra spawn trap. We're going to come here, there's going to be 3 ceiling electric fields. We're going to have a sound wall to take propane off, a wall launcher pushing them all the way back to spawn. It's another sound wall. We're going to have damaging traps in the ceiling electric fields. We're going to have a sound wall to the left, a wall launcher pushing them back into this wall launcher, which chain launches them. We're going to have another ceiling electric field above those. We're going to have a sound wall to take propane off. We're going to have a broadside. And then we're going to have our trio timeout room, which is just a giant AoE kill tunnel. So it's just going to be wall launchers pushing them into dynamo and wall dart timeout rooms. But that's the majority of the tunnel, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to show gameplay footage after of it. It's relatively simple, and it gets the job done. I think I even got a wave 30 like really easily with this. Like nothing went wrong. So I hope you guys enjoy this tunnel. Thanks for watching. Remember to like the video and comment in the comment section if you guys are going to build this. Also, try to leave a subscription on the channel. There's going to be more content like this coming in the future. Alright, now to the gameplay.